Hi, I'm Billy Fitzgerald, Molaska certified coach out of Chicago, and I'm subbing in for Mike this week. Chris Downer asks about using a metronome to build rhythm, or he's asking about the beats. And is it 70, 80? And Chris, that's a great question, because when you talk about rhythm, there's one thing that I see kind of across the board is that it's all over the place with people that come to me for lessons and the people that I see up and down the range every day. And it usually gets faster as the club gets a little longer, and it's usually the quickest with the driver, and it's usually non-existent with the putter. So it's kind of all over the place. So that is one thing that the tour players are just masters at, is having a really good rhythm throughout their game. So even if their swing's a little off, the rhythm can save them quite a bit. It's when we get out of rhythm, which is now our timing's off, now the swing is different every single time. So when I think of rhythm, I think of, yes, you can use a metronome, but I start with the putter. So I've got a putter here. And so I always think of, again, when I'm teaching putting lessons, this is I definitely don't let them leave without giving them some rhythm in their putting, because that will help you tremendously, especially with speed. So I always think of take back, impact, take back, impact, take back, impact. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly what mine is. Now, we're going to vary depending on your personality and maybe what you do for a living, just kind of how you live life a little bit. Some people are going to be a little slower, some people are going to be a little faster, but once you find yours, and even that, if I went over here and went take back, impact, see, for me that's a little quick. Or if I went take back, impact, right? That's a little, right? It's a little long for me. So, but it might not be for someone else. So we have to find the right rhythm and stick with that. So for me, again, it's with my putting. And once you find this, yes, you can match up the beats to the metronome. But I think it's again, it's so personal that for me to give you a number probably wouldn't be very fair, and it probably would be incorrect on my part. So even if I'm putting and I get here, right, and I just go take back, impact, right, that feels pretty good for me. Right now, if I got an 8-iron here, right, and I could do the same thing, right, and I set up and I go take back, impact, right? I could do the same thing with my driver, right, and I set up and I go take back, impact, right? So the rhythm never changes, whether it's a 2-foot putt or a driver. So once you find the rhythm, right, we need to add that into your pre-shot routine, or what you do every single time. Again, the best players are going to have the most precise routine and rhythm based on what they're doing and based on their personality, based on what they feel. So find your rhythm and stick with it throughout your game. For more tips like these, or to schedule a live lesson, visit me at billyfitzgeraldgolf.com.